Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we have a topic how to access the value of an two-dimensional array. When we look upon the two-dimensional array, and then in previous lecture we already have writing something into two-dimensional array. We can use for loop to write in two-dimensional array. The first loop in a loop process the row, and the second loop process the columns. So mm, we can use the looping mechanism to write something into two-dimensional array. The same thing happen with how to access the array. The same thing is happen. We can use uh, some nested for loop to access the values of an two-dimensional array. So for this purpose, we can have a program. We write some program and then we can look upon that program. And by that program, we can show that how can we access the values of two-dimensional array by using of nested for loop. For this purpose, we must write some program over here. First of all, we can see that uh, accessing to so we are going to start our program. First of all, we must define and declare an array. We define and declare of an array with 3 rows and 5 columns, along with the definition of an array. So now we can give some values over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and terminator, comma, then uh, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 terminators, and here we close it and terminate it. So here we declare some values, then we use for loop integer to 0, terminator, and I is less than what we call it. We give here some value 3. We give 3 values. So again we give some third row over here, comma, and here. So we give some more value here, 13, 14, and 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we can here then okay. Now we are going to deal with the row. So we can use some I value up to 3, and then um, we can use some inner loop for integer j is equal to 0 terminator j is j is less than 5 terminator and j plus plus and bracket close. Then we are going to see out the I a I and j I and j comma this one and terminator, and then see out and then terminator bracket close get ch h terminator and program close. And first of all, we must save the program two-dimensional array and accessing. This one. Now we are going to run this program. From average. This is troubleshooting error and troubleshooting. J is capital, so we must make it small letters. Then you can see that all the values are there. Now you can see that all the values are there, and we can access the all value of n two-dimensional array by this program. So, dear students, you can see that for accessing of two-dimensional array, for writing of two-dimensional array, we can use this for loop. The first for loop, which one is outer for loop? The outer for loop always processing the rows of the array, and the inner for loop is used for processing the column of the array. In this array, we have 3 rows. You can see that this one, 3 rows and 5 columns. So we are going to operate this array. For accessing of this array, we can use that this I value is from 0 to 3, less than 3, and the j value is from 0 to less than 5, and then we can output. We show the output by accessing of this array these values. So we can change these values over here, and then we can also change. Let's suppose we can give some value here 2, and we can give some value 3 here. We change the rows and columns. So now if rows become 2, then we must give here only the 2 rows here. So these are the 2 rows, and now we have 3 columns, so we must remove all other values, and we just remain here only three columns value, and then here we can use that 2, so we can less than show that less than 2, and the value of column is 3, we can show the less than 3. Then we can run this program, and then we can look upon it. You can see that only two rows are there and only three columns are there. We can see that. So you can see that only two rows and three so two rows and three column are there. By this way we can increase the rows and columns. If we can increase column here 5, we can increase 5, and then you can see that the value 3, 4 and 5, and here 6, and give value 7, 8. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So you can see that we can here we are going to change the value already here too. The rows of the column in the rows of the array is 2 and column of array is 5, so we must change some value here 5. Then you can see that now you can see the whole value. So by this way we can access the value of an array. By this way we can use the how to access the values of two-dimensional array by using of this multiple for loop. This multiple for loop shows that we can access the two-dimensional array. So dear students, today we are going to complete this two-dimensional array. All the elements belongs to this two-dimensional array. We already done it to access the element of two-dimensional array, to write in two-dimensional array, to initialize in two-dimensional array, and what are the two-dimensional array. I hope you can understand what is the two-dimensional array, how we can initialize it, how we can write some value in the two-dimensional array, how we can access some two-dimensional array. So all these things we already done here. So from this today's topic we already complete about the arrays. What are how many types of array are there? One dimensional, two dimensional, how we can initialize one dimensional array, how we can initialize two dimensional array. Then we already learned about how we can write in one dimensional array, how we can write in two dimensional array. Then we can see that how we can access one dimensional array, how we can access two dimensional array, and always as long as with how to initialize all these two one and two dimensional array. I hope this will clear the concept about the arrays to you. And thank you. That's all for today.